we got this news this week. President Obama is planning on opening up 92 million acres in the Gulf of Mexico and the Arctic region to offshore drilling. Yay! Liberals, progressives, that's what you are, Obama. You're not a sellout Democrat. So apparently the lesson of the BP oil spill hasn't landed here. David Schroeder of the International Business Times explains, to make its case for a new proposal that could expand offshore drilling in the Gulf of Mexico and near Alaska, the Obama administration recently released a report touting what it indicated would be the significant economic benefits of the plan. The drilling plan would give fossil fuel companies more access to an untapped offshore reserve that holds an estimated 90 billion barrels of oil and 327 trillion cubic feet of natural gas. The U.S. Bureau of Ocean Energy Management report justifying the move includes footnotes shedding light on how the Bureau came to its conclusions. It used studies from the same fossil fuel industry that could benefit from the expansion. 8 of the 9 economic analyses cited by government regulators in their report were produced by authors or organizations with links to the fossil fuel industry, which has been lobbying the federal government on drilling issues in the lead-up to a decision. Well, isn't that just precious? Now, don't get me wrong. Are there some issues where Obama has done a decent job when it comes to the environment? Yes. For example, many people were surprised when Obama decided, no Keystone XL pipeline. Sorry. Okay, great. I applaud that. Fantastic job, Obama. There were also his new pollution regulations and coal regulations, which are fantastic. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it's going through a court case right now, and I hope Obama wins that court case. And we went over the details of those new regulations. And basically, long story short, they save lives, and they make it so that pollution isn't as big of a problem. And yes, that's going to crack down on coal profits. Yes, that's going to crack down on massive polluters. And that's a good thing, because there are some things that are more important than your fucking bottom line. Namely the air we breathe and the sustainability of the planet that we live on. So nothing but credit to Obama for that. You can go back and look at those segments where we gave him his due credit for doing the right thing. Okay, now, then why the fuck would he do this? What are you doing? So he does these other things, these regulations to try to limit and has that big deal with climate change too, the international deal that they made on climate change, some regulations here that are in the right direction. Then why the fuck would you open up 92 million acres in the Gulf of Mexico to offshore drilling? Why would you do that? That's crazy. You're destroying your own legacy here. And then on top of that, what they use to justify it, they're like, we have these high-minded studies. You got researchers who looked into it. See? And they say everything's going to be hunky-dory if we do that. Those were funded by the fossil fuel industry. No, this is fucking baffling, and this is horrendous, and let's be honest here, what this shows you is the furthest left politician you're going to get in American politics is still center-right. Again, why? It all comes back to the issue of money in the system. When you just get, metric fuck tons of cash dumped into the political establishment from fossil fuel companies, well, then you're going to have a government that's relatively open to fossil fuel interest. Isn't it crazy? When somebody gives you a lot of money in campaign contributions, or when somebody just gives the political establishment, mostly Republicans, a lot of money in campaign contributions on the issue of fossil fuels, turns out they reflect that agenda. You're going to take that phone call and you're going to listen to that person as opposed to giving a shit about Grandma Maud in Kentucky. You really don't care that much about Grandma Maud. She didn't pay her bribes. But the fossil fuel companies, they did. Wall Street, they did. So you're going to have a government that reflects those interests, which is why Obama's the furthest left you get in modern America. Bill Clinton, who is very similar on the political spectrum, furthest left you get. A new Democrat who triangulates and says, I'm above the fray and I'm centrist and sometimes I sell out to corporations. Hillary Clinton, same thing. Progressive who likes to get things done. Is this the kind of stuff you're talking about? Opening up offshore oil drilling? Yeah, this is the kind of stuff she's talking about. I'll get stuff done as a progressive. Here, I'll throw a bone your direction and say, maybe I'll let you pesky gays get married, but oh, look at this. Huh? Fossil fuel companies, more profit for you, huh? You like that? So this is the best you could hope for while the money's still in the system. We have to get the money out of the system because then you can actually elect progressives. Then you can actually elect people who say, oh, by the way, I'm with the American people. 90% of you want universal background checks on guns. Let's get it done. 80% want to raise the minimum wage. Let's get it done. Only 17% still want to be in Afghanistan. Let's get the fuck out of there. 60% say raise taxes on the rich. Don't cut Social Security. We're there. But instead, you get baby steps in the right direction, giant steps in the wrong direction with these corporatist, pro-establishment, center-right Democrats. Can anybody defend this? 92 million acres in the Gulf of Mexico and the Arctic region open to offshore oil drilling. Yay, Obama! Progressives like to get things done.